Welcome back to the channel. Follow along with me as I go through the process of unloading soybeans. Spring is here and it is time to load soybeans on the semi to sell. The soybean bin is at a remote site. A longtime friend has sheep grazing on the pasture for his son as a 4-H project. I see the windstorm has blown off the battery cover. That is a surprise and will need fixing later. I like to check the fluids to ensure the tractor is ready to work. I reuse old cattle lick tanks as covers to protect the seat and dash components from the weather. It is a chilly morning and I didn't know if the tractor would start. Running the glow plugs helped it start. So here I am, holding the key to run the glow plugs for a good 20 to 30 seconds. The cement pad where I store this once had an abandoned barn located there. The remaining cement is very nice to park the machines on. The last time I used the auger was last fall during harvest. I now have to move the swing auger from one side to the other so I can use it on the grain bin. To do this, I have to unhook the tractor and pull it away, so I have room to swing the swing auger to the other side. This is one of those tasks that I hate doing, but if I think about it, it doesn't take that much time to do, so I just see how fast I can get it done so I can move on to the next thing. Well, it looks like I should have raised that jack a little higher, but it all worked out in the end. You know spring is here when you can hear the killdeer birds flying overhead. I always think it is interesting that those birds, to me, belong on a beach, but somehow they find themselves in Iowa. The old Case 970 with the power shift transmission is not the best for technical work like hooking up to machines and using with a loader. I think it would be best to be used for pulling a plow out in the field. But I got this machine cheap, so that is what I'm using it for. They do make a version of this machine with a manual 8-speed transmission, and I wish I had that one. But this is what I've got, so I'm using it. I like to run the auger before loading, as it seems there can be mice in it, and sometimes birds will build a nest in it, so it is good to get all of that out before pulling it over the semi. there any sheep around here? You know what happens when they hear that gate open? They're gonna come running. The gravel road does not get much traffic, so we load the semi while it is on the road. It is surprising how many times it is too muddy for the semi to pull into the barnyard. Forget to take this apart. Keep a wire mesh over the unload auger of the bin. This is also a place for rodents to congregate, so I do what I can to keep them out. Now I gotta turn the power onto the pole. It's been off for the winter. It is a good thing I checked that everything is running because it ended up I forgot to turn the power on. It can be tricky to get the auger pulled into just the right spot, so it reaches the grain bin unload auger and sticks out far enough for the semi to get under. That'll work. Sure would be nice if I was over the road for the semi. Let's see what I can do here. It's better. Oh yeah. Perfect. The Toyota farm truck had a dead battery and I had to do some work on it to get it going. Click on the link above to see the video on getting the truck started. The battery should be charged on this by now. Oh, that just a skosh. One of the hose's quick couplers had popped out as the hose was stuck on the jack handle, so I had to shut the PTO off to get it back in. These are the first beans we have sold for the 2025 crop, and it is good to get them moving. Although the drought in our area was bad, and this was the worst harvest I ever had, but I have to say, it sure made harvest go fast when there wasn't many bushels of grain to move. Now that the semi is loaded and headed to town, I can put everything away and do it again next week for a second load of beans to get sold. I always make certain to have the auger lowered when I go under the power lines. The beeping buzzer is an alarm I installed for the parking brake. I kept driving off with the brake on, so I installed the buzzer to help me stop from doing it. But it is annoying. Now to do the whole process over again for the second load of beans on another day. I love seeing wildlife on the farm, like these two geese flying over and coming in for a landing in a nearby pond. Well, it's time to go turn the power back on at the power pole again. Now that I have loaded the second semi, I will put everything away. The drain spilled on the ground will get cleaned up by the sheep when they find it. I am watching that the auger does not get into the power line. I could see the sheep running down the hill, so I made a run for the gate to ensure they did not get out. They must have smelled the grain and came running. Oops, I didn't have the auger all the way down. I guess I will put it down now. If you like what you see here, hit the like button and subscribe for updates. Thanks for watching, everybody.